Hi there, it's Sen here, and for this week's blog post I wanted to do something a little different and read something out to you and share a passage from a book I've been reading with my 12-year-old son, The Compound Effect, one of my favourite books. And I was reading this the other night with him, and this particular passage really jumped out at me, and I thought I really must share this at some point, and I thought, well, why not today as part of the weekly blog post. So it's a short passage I'm going to read out to you about finding your mojo, or your why power, which is so crucial, especially this time of year. So I'll read it out word for word, and if I make any mistakes, I'll just correct myself and move forwards. But please listen carefully to all the words and take this on board to reflect on for yourselves to figure out what's your why, what's going to fuel your goal achievement this year. So here we go. Assuming willpower is what you need to change your habits is akin to trying to keep a hungry grizzly bear out of your picnic basket by covering it with a napkin. To fight the bear of your bad habits, you need something stronger. When you're having trouble doing the hard work of achieving your goals, it's common to believe you simply lack willpower. I disagree. It's not enough to choose to be successful. What's going to keep you consistent with the new positive choices you need to make? What's going to stop you from falling back into your mindless bad habits? What's going to be different this time versus the times you've tried and failed before? In other words, what's going to be different this year versus last year? As soon as you get the slightest bit uncomfortable, you're going to be tempted to slide back into your old comfortable routine. You've tried willpower before and it's failed you. You've set resolutions and you've let them go. You thought you were going to lose all that weight last time. You thought you'd make all those sales calls last year. Let's stop the insanity and do something different so you can get different and better results. Forget about willpower. It's time for why power. Your choices are only meaningful when you connect them to your desires and dreams. The wisest and most motivating choices are the ones aligned with that which you identify as your purpose, your core self, and your highest values. That bit's key. I'll read it out again. The wisest and most motivating choices are the ones aligned with that which you identify as your purpose, your core self, and your highest values. You've got to want something and know why you want it, or you'll end up giving up too easily. So what is your why? You've got to have a reason if you want to make significant improvements to your life and to make you want to make the necessary changes. Your why must be something that is fantastically motivating to you. My apologies. I'll carry on. Your why must be something that is fantastically motivating to you. You've got to want to get up and go for years. So, what is it that moves you the most? Identifying your why is critical. What motivates you is the ignition to your passion, the source for your enthusiasm, and the fuel for your persistence. The power of your why is what gets you to stick through the grueling, mundane, and laborious. All of the hows will be meaningless until your whys are powerful enough. Until you've set your desire and motivation in place, you'll abandon any new path and to seek a better life. If your why power, your desire, isn't great enough, if the fortitude of your commitment isn't powerful enough, you'll end up like every other person who makes a New Year's resolution and gives up too quickly and reverts to sleepwalking through poor choices. And we don't want that for you. So that's why you must know what is your why. So other than the camera falling over a couple of times from my broken tripod, I hope that passage has been really a strong reminder for you at this time of year to figure out what your why is. And I'm keen to invite anyone who's open to it to share in the thread of this post what your why is. And I can kick things off by giving a little insight to what my why is. And what really helped me find that why, because it sits within all of us, but we may not know it's there, was when I read The Values Factor by John Demartini to figure out what are my highest values. And what I found out, having done the reflection, and it's something that's always been there, is that my highest value and biggest why really is this continuous never-ending journey to become the best version of me in all areas of life, in property, in business, in health, in family, as a father, as a husband. And for me, property businesses is the vehicle through which I guess I like to challenge myself and express myself through that. And underpinning all of that, what I've really figured out as a major why is that I love to talk about things that matter to people who care. Hence the reason for sharing this. And I have this inbuilt trigger, wherever it's come from, to when I learn something or read something or figure something out that works for me, I'm bursting to share it with other people who want to implement it and make it work for them, which is why I love being a mentor and a coach through masterminds. And I know it's something that I will love doing for years and years to come. That's the big why that kind of keeps going around in a cycle, to challenge myself to keep going with the property, keep challenging myself, grow it, share, and continue the cycle. So that's a little bit of an insight into what my why is, and I'm looking forward to inviting and reading some of what your whys are, and I hope that's been valuable for you to hear this. Thanks for listening.